Bathed in sunlight, the king and queen's stroll paints a scene of regal serenity, yet shadows of unease flicker across the queen's face. The king's jovial charm radiates, drawing smiles from those around him, a stark contrast to the queen's ever-watchful gaze. The queen's beauty masks a deep-seated anxiety, her eyes betraying a constant search for unseen threats. The queen is always worried about someone more beautiful than her. Amidst the castle's grandeur, the queen's beauty is a shield against her insecurities. In the queen's chamber, a magic mirror stands, its gold frame gleaming. The queen looks at the mirror, her expression a mix of hope and anxiety. She pauses, takes a breath, and asks, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all?" The mirror responds with a calm, reassuring voice, "You are, my queen." The queen's face softens, relief washing over her as she hears the mirror's affirmation. The queen visibly relaxes, reassured by the mirror's words. Inside the bustling castle kitchen, Snow White's youthful energy brightens the room. Her cheerful spirit endears her to the kitchen staff. The queen sweeps through the kitchen, her presence casting a shadow. The queen barely acknowledges Snow White, lost in her own thoughts. In the opulent queen's chamber, the queen stands before a large, ornate mirror, her reflection shimmering back at her. Her voice echoes in the chamber as she poses the fateful question, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror responds, its ethereal voice shattering her vanity. "You are very beautiful, my queen, but Snow White is the most beautiful of all." Enraged, the queen's fury ignites, her jealousy consuming her. "I won't be outshone. Summon the hunter." The hunter enters, and the queen commands, "Take Snow White into the woods. I want you to kill her." The queen's cruel decree echoes, "Bring me back her heart as proof. Do not return without it." In the heart of the dense forest, the hunter leads Snow White deeper into the shadows. Torn by inner conflict, the hunter pauses, his resolve faltering before Snow White's innocence. With a heavy heart, the hunter commands, "Run away and never come back." Fear grips Snow White as she receives her sentence, her eyes wide with terror. Alone and terrified, Snow White stumbles blindly into the ominous depths of the forest. The forest closes in around Snow White, its shadows swallowing her whole. Snow White, cloaked and worn, navigates the silent, snow-laden forest, each step a struggle against the biting cold. A beacon of warmth appears amidst the towering pines, a small cottage promising sanctuary. With newfound resolve, Snow White pushes open the cottage door, stepping into the unknown. Inside, a miniature world unfolds. 7 tiny beds, a table set for a feast only imagined. Driven by hunger, Snow White succumbs to temptation, consuming a small portion of the food laid out before her. Exhaustion pulls Snow White into a deep slumber, finding solace across the 7 tiny beds. The 7 dwarfs, exhausted from their labors, enter their cottage. The fireplaces glow, painting long shadows across the room. They halt abruptly, their eyes widening in disbelief at the sight before them. Snow White lies peacefully on their beds, her dark hair a stark contrast against the white pillows. Their faces soften with wonder as they gaze upon her delicate beauty, a shared sense of awe filling the room. Sunlight floods the queen's chamber, yet her eyes reflect a deep, haunting unease as she confronts the magic mirror. Her voice trembles slightly as she speaks to the mirror. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who now is the fairest of them all?" The mirror's words shatter her composure. "My queen, you are fair, it is true. But Snow White lives, her beauty anew. She dwells with the dwarfs, a sight to behold, and is now the fairest, I am told." Fury contorts the queen's face as she begins to pace, her eyes fixating on potions and disguises, a cruel smile spreading across her lips. Envy consumes her, and she transforms into an old woman, a perfect red apple, injected with deadly poison now in her grasp. In the heart of the castle, the queen, burdened by deep remorse, seeks forgiveness from the king. Tears well in her eyes as she confesses her misdeeds, her voice heavy with regret. The king listens, his stern expression softening as he witnesses the queen's heartfelt repentance. Unburdened by her past, the queen reaches out to the king, their embrace sealing a new era of peace for their kingdom.